right? For our science, we compared their character traits and their adaptations. Today we are comparing numbers and ordering numbers in the correct way. So that's where our place value lesson came in handy, because last week we talked about our ones place, our tens place, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, right? This week we're going to be using those places to characterize and organize numbers. Make sense? Okay. So, if you look at the top of page 4, we are going, the directions say to write less than or greater than, okay? So, for number 1, Bella, what are our two numbers that we're comparing?
508 and 588.
Okay, so we're comparing 508 to 588. Making sure everyone can see that. What you need, Stacy? Okay. So, let's look at our ones place. All right? Everyone, let's look at the ones place. What is my number in my ones place in this one? Stacy, what's the number in my ones place?
8.
8. What is my number in my ones place here, Keegan? 8. Good. So, does that tell me which number's less than or greater than yet? No. So then I go to my next one. I'm actually going to move this way for our people at home. Okay. Now I'm going to look at my tens place. What number is in my tens place on this first number, Boy Leon? What number is in my tens place in this first number?
0.
The 0. And what about this one, Mary? What's in my tens place?
8.
8. Does this one tell me which one is bigger? Yes. We have a 0 and we have an 8, so they're different. Now, which one is bigger? 0 or 8?
8.
8. But we could still have a bigger number if one of these are different, right? So let's look and see. What is in my hundreds place here? Charisma?
5.
A 5. And Sweet, what's in my hundreds place here? 5. Alright, so our only different number is in our tens place. So is 508 less than or greater than 588? Charisma? Less than. So we want to eat the bigger number. Okay? You can't really see that on my video. Hold on. You want to eat the bigger number. Okay, you don't have to draw the circle. I'm just showing you what you need to write. So you need to make sure your alligator mouth is eating the bigger number. Right? Okay. Number 2. Our numbers for number 2 are 2,675 and 3,675. Okay? Now, let's do this again. Samara, what's in my ones place on this number? The 5. Joseph, what's in my ones place on this number? 5. Good. Can we tell anything by this one yet? No. All right. Sarah, what number is in my tens place here?
7.
7. What's in my tens place here, Sweet? 7. Again, they're the same, right?
Yeah.
What about my hundredth place? Boy Leon, what's in my hundredth place here?
600.
Good, 600. What about here, Keegan?
7.
What's in my hundredths place?
6.
6. All right. Now, what is in my thousands place? Mary?
2.
2. And Stacy, what's in my thousands place here? My thousands place.
I got 3.
3. Thank you. Awesome. So, all of these numbers are the same, right? But these two are different. So what is my symbol? Stacy?
The symbol is less.
Less than. Good. All right. I want you guys to take a second and do 3 and 4 on your own. Then we are going to compare our answers and move on. People in the video, just pause it, do 3 and 4, and then come right back to the video. All right, so you should have had 3 and 4 done. Who can read 3 to me using less than or greater than? Bella?
I used the less than sign.
Can you read the numbers and your less than?
1,833 is less than 1,933.
Good. 1,833 is less than 1,933. Good. Number 4, who can read that one to me? Charisma. 57,838 is greater than 56,838. Good. Good. Any questions on those two? All right. Look at this next part. It says, this table shows the total attendance of the 2013-2014 regular season. Stacy, please stop. So we're using that chart over to the side, okay, to answer these questions. So it says, which team had the largest total attendance, okay? So we have the teams and then their total attendance. Which number had the largest total attendance? So you're looking for the biggest number on your chart. Who thinks they found it? Samara? Chicago, good. They had 927,545. So on that line, write Chicago. Number 5 is Chicago. If you need to know how to write it, it's over on that chart. Okay, the second part of that question, which team had the smallest total attendance? Keegan?
Carolina.
Carolina, good. Carolina had the smallest attendance, so write that on the second line. While you're finishing writing that, look at number 6. Compare the attendance for Philadelphia and Minnesota. Which team had the greater attendance? So first off, what is the attendance for Philadelphia? Who can read it to me? Who can read it to me? Boyleon? 813.
813,411.
411. Mine had a line on it, so it looked like a 7. It's an 11. Okay. Now, which one? How much did Minnesota have? Bella?
758,729.
Good. All right. So, which team had the greater attendance? Who can tell me? Which one had the greater attendance? Keegan?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. So you need to write Philadelphia on that line. You need to write Philadelphia on the line. Nope. Write the whole word. Yes.
Where do we write Philadelphia?
Where it says number 6, part A. Which team had the greater attendance? Mask up, please. Thank you. Now it says, how do you know? Well, we have an 8 in the 100,000 place, right? So for the how did you know, Philadelphia had 800,000. Make sure you write it with 5 zeros. And Minnesota had 700,000, right? That's a pretty simple explanation, but it shows us the difference, right? So this is what you need to write on the how did you know. Write this down. Philadelphia had 800,000 and Minnesota had 700,000. Stacy, write what's on the board on your paper. Right here. Did you write this? Yeah? Okay. Does everyone understand what that means?
Yes.
Okay. Now it says to write write a comparison number sentence. You guys are probably thinking, what does that mean, right?
I know what it means.
That's my comparison number sentence. 813,411 is greater than 758,729. That's it. That's my comparison number sentence. So this is what you need to write on that next line. We wrote the total for Philadelphia. We put our greater than sign. And then we wrote our total for Minnesota. Did you write it?
Yes.
Good. All right. Now, I want you to do number 7, all 3 parts. It's what we just did up here for number 6, but using Vancouver and Montreal. Okay? Does that make sense? Then we're going to go over it together. So I want you to do number 7 and number 8. They're the same thing. Okay? So go ahead, pause the video, do those 2, and then we will come together for the answers. All right, so let's look at number 7. Who can tell me which one they said was more, Montreal or Vancouver, Bella?
Montreal.
Montreal. So our reason is something along the lines of Montreal had 70,000, Vancouver only had 10,000, right? Does that make sense? Because we compared those 2 place values, right? So you should have put something like that. For my comparison number sentence, should I put less than or greater than in this spot? Ben? Less than or greater than?
Greater than.
Which one?
Greater than.
If I have this one first?
Less than.
Less than. Sorry, you might have written it a little different. So this is my comparison number sentence for number 7. Do you have any questions for number 7? Okay, number 8. Which one had more, Pittsburgh or Tampa Bay? Mary?
Pennsylvania.
Tampa Bay. Good. For how do you know? Well, Tampa Bay had 344. Where was the other one? Pittsburgh only had 96, right? So they had 300. They didn't even have anything in the hundreds place, right? Everything else before it was the same. Does that make sense? Something along those lines. You might not have the exact words I gave you. Now, Boyan, what do I put here? Greater than or less than?
Greater than?
So this one's bigger than this one?
No, less than.
Less than. So that is my comparison number sentence. But it also says, explain how you compared them. So what we did, we took our numbers and we looked at each place value, right? We looked at our ones, our tens, our hundreds, right? And we compared them using that. So if you wrote something like that, then you are correct. Yes.
What do you want to say?
All right. Now for number 9, we are going to, I want you guys to write down the cities that you think in the correct order. You're going from greatest to least, okay? Then when we get done doing that, because I'm going to have you guys work on that, and then we're going to compare. So everyone in class, give me 1 second. If you are at home, I want you to do your best on the chart, and then I want you to complete the math boxes on page 6. And I want you to do Home Links page 11. Home Links page 11 is the page you are going to be turning in today. So do your best on that. Rewatch part of the video if you need to. And then go ahead and turn in the picture of that for today. Thank you.